Good day, everyone. So, for today's agenda, we will be performing task 8, which is managing and creating a user's account. And this task, we will be focusing on using Windows Server 2016, and I will be teaching you how to operate uh, the Active Directory users and computers console. So, the first thing that we need to do is to first go to our server manager. So that will be our primary step, so or our first step to completing the task. And the way to access the Active Directory users and computers, you go to Tools, which is at the upper right, and click on the Upper Directory users and computers. And here it will pop up. So as you can see, it is only a default setup or console, which contains really nothing of still. However, we will create our own structure. So first we're going to create is create an organization, which is to right click the ccs.com and then new an organizational unit. Let's name this CCS. Then let's create another um, another organizational unit, and then create administrators. Then let's create another one, which will be named as users. Okay, so the next thing to do is to create the users. So let us go proceed to here, the administrators. So by doing this, we can create users for our Active Directory users and computers. So here is how we create one. So as you can see here, in the console, let us right click the administrator, then proceed to clicking new, and then select the user. So here we are, we will be inputting our name. Let's put set, and then our permissions, E, let's proceed our surname. There. Um, and for our user login name, we will be putting here sub.supply. Oh, I will not be using this name, so let me retype again the name. So I will be putting Gigi, which is the first name of my partner. I'll be using my first name. Okay. So our user login name is Jiggy.set. There. Okay, so we can click next. Then here we are. We will be transported to another part, which is to input the password. So for you users, you can input whatever password you may want to use. However, in this task, we will be putting the password for our administrator, Maldo Sotapaya. By the way, for you those who did not know, this password is what we always use in our activities here in our Oracle VM Virtualbox. So we will always be using this password since it is the one we primarily used or yung ating nakasanayan. Yeah. So after putting the password, make sure that we uncheck this box, which is the user must change password at next logon. We don't need to check this button since we don't need to change password every now and then. So let us just unclick the box and then click next. Okay, so where were we? So here it is. So here's the summary. So after clicking next, let us just click finish. So after clicking, it will be the account or the user that we have created will be available here. However, there is a problem since we created this user to be an administrator. However, it is um, inputted as a user. So we will be creating a uh, so we will change this so that it can this user will be allowed to be an administrator. So the way we do that is to just double click it and then okay, so let's just double click the user itself. Okay, so it will now open this property. Then let us proceed here, the top left of this panel, which is click the member of. So as you can see here, we will create. Okay, so to make this an administrator, wait a minute, where is it? Oh, here it is. So to convert this to an administrator, we only need to click add and search. And here we will be transported here to another uh, pop-up. And here we will enter here in this empty blank space, which is the enter the object name to select. So here we will input or type, where is it? Here it is. Okay, so we will type domain admins or admin. So after typing or inputting domain admin, let us click the check names. And as you can see, the way we type it, wala siyang underline. So here it is with underline. So here is here it is telling us that it can be now available to be admin. Okay, so click OK. And here, so it already has an access to be a domain administrator. Okay, so I guess that would be all for this. And I click apply and click OK. So to verify if it really worked, Let us just click this Find Objects in Active Directory Domain Services to verify if the user was already an administrator. Let us change this to, wait a minute, let me clarify. Okay, so where is it? Okay, so here it is. So to find the user, let us just click Find Users, Contacts, and Groups and change the folder to the entire directory. And here search for the name. Um, we have input that on the previous console. So let me search for GDSet. Okay, so as you can see here, it is now. You can see it as a so you can see GDSet. So the next thing to do is right. So before we proceed, I forgot to tell you guys that here um, in this tab, where is it? That here in this tab, we can change if we, for an example, in this tab, pwede natin siyang change or remove not, for example, i-remove natin yung kanyang access to being an admin. We can change its password, which is, if I'm correct, it might be, wait, forgot. Hmm. Yes, I forgot. So here it is. So if you guys want to select, or I mean to change the password of the selected user, to do that, you simply need to do is right click. So let me demonstrate how we did that. So find objects in Active Directory Domain Services, search for the name. However, here in the find users, contacts, and groups, change the folder into the entire directory, then search for the name. Well, in our case, it is GDSet. Okay, fine now. So it is, we have nakita natin si GDSet. So para ma-change yung ating password, if we want to change the password or reset the password, all we need to do is right click the GDSet and reset the password. So here we can input the new password and confirm the new password. Since we do not want to do that for now, um, let's just click cancel. Okay, so yes, other last thing to what you call this um, last na palatandaan para sa inyo guys is punta tayo sa users, then let me expand this pop-up. Okay, so let's go to DHCP administrators. So wait a minute. Ito. So since we have added Jigisat as an administrator, we can where is it? Domain admin. Here it is. So dahil ginawa natin kanina, nag-change natin si Jigisat to an administrator. So here, makikita natin si Jigisat dito as an administrator. So this is how we uh, sabihin natin to clarify if we really did change kanyang kanyang hierarchy will be called as an administrator. So here it is. Ayan. So I guess, okay, so last thing to do is to show you how we open it. So thing to do is to restart. Okay, let's just wait for a moment kasi hindi na talaga yung ating uh, computer. So please bear with me. Okay, so it was restarting, so let's just wait for a bit. Okay, so it is now finalizing. So antay lang talaga tayo kasi mahina yung ating laptop. So please bear with me. So ganyan talaga. Okay, so antay lang. Ayan, so hindi pa talaga siya. So antay lang talaga. Okay, so the input, let me right click out control delete. Then oh, other users. So let me input Jiggy set. Jiggy dot. Oh, I forgot. There was Jiggy dot. Oh, I forgot there's no password. So very sorry. So go Spotify 2016. Yan. So we have to change this because okay, so it is now processing. Ayan. So I guess that would be all for today's task. So okay, that's how you that is how you manage and create user accounts in Windows Server 2016 by using the Oracle VM Virtual Blocks Manager. So, okay, so antay lang natin para mag-end tayo. Ayan, so tagal-tagal talaga siya dun. So antay lang talaga. Ayan, so nag-open na siya. So, okay guys, thank you for listening. So I hope you have learned something in this demonstration. I hope uh, you, the listeners, can use it in the future if you ever needed to use it. Okay, so thank you. Thank you for listening, and God bless.